Well, howdy, folks. Welcome to another edition of Calling Dr. Love Sponge. We're bringing it to you live from the Pilot Truck Stop in Paducah, Kentucky. I tell you what, this just isn't getting old. You know there, Josh? Being able to help people, with the most important thing in life is love.
Yeah.
It ain't too often, and we ain't done this in a while, that we've devoted a whole segment to one question. We had a letter come in the mailbox the other day, and you know how excited I am when I run to the mailbox and get all these letters, and they drop it off in a real big bag or in a big tote, because we get so many. But I just happened to pick this one up first, and I tell you what, it kind of touched my heart there because it brought me back to my days in medical school, and I really had to, summons up a lot of stuff that I'd really forgotten, And it comes to us all the way from California. You're from California, ain't you?
Yep.
Lorraine writes, Dear Dr. Love Sponge, my boyfriend seems to be a real picky eater. I am trying to get him to try some lobster, but he refuses. He says he doesn't like it, but then he admitted that he has never eaten lobster before. Man, have we heard that a million times on the show, haven't we there, Josh?
Wow.
So how can he say he doesn't like it if he's never tried it? He's the same way with shrimp and crab. He had a bad experience with the fish stick when he was a kid, and he won't eat any fish at all. I am thinking he may have a genuine case of ostroconophobia. I think I pronounced that right. What can I do, Dr. Love Sponge? Well, there's several reasons for these kind of things that cause any kind of phobia. It generally starts when you're young, and there's some treatments for it. I remember when I was in residency there at TCU Medical Center there, that we used to try, hypnotherapy. Hypnotherapy worked pretty good. There was this new treatment. It wasn't ever really, approved by the Department of Agriculture, but neuro-linguistic programming.
How does that work?
Well, that's just when you say words to people that they associate with their phobia, and it just over time, it cures them. But really, I think there's some treatments out there, kind of leading edge. You're not going to read them about them in the medical journals or anything, but you can try, honeybee stings. That triggers neurological things like that, and he probably had a bad experience as a kid. He probably had a girlfriend that was a Pisces and dumped him or wouldn't kiss him on the monkey bars or, something like that. And, that's probably where that kind of evolved. Nobody really knows how these things, can go, but, try the honeybee stings. And really, I was just reading in the restroom the other day. I was reading, that's where I read most of my medical stuff, I do my best thinking there, but scorpion stings are supposed to pack a lot more punch, but they're really hard to get unless you live out west, and I don't know where this fella lives, but I understand he's in a assisted living facility, and he might want to avoid Thursday. That's fish stick day, yeah, and just fast that day. But anyway, if you can't find any scorpions, you can generally date a Scorpio. I mean, it reasons to think that you can do that because generally they're smart. They're probably a lot smarter than he is, and when they play Scrabble or crossword puzzles, the sting from the Scorpio beating him in Scrabble will kind of simulate the neurological stuff, because that's all it really is. It's just in your mind. But try that, and I guarantee you might see improvements. I expect to hear from you here in a few days how that works. Now, remember, we're having our, should I remind them about the Valentine's Day thing? I know,
Hooters.
yeah, we're going to be at Hooters at Kingston Pike, 8 o'clock, signing my book, What's Not to Love. Be there, let me know how it's going, and any other questions, bring them. If this guy doesn't work, you know, can you believe that? I had it going, and the low voltage went off. We're going to have to call maintenance on that, you know. You can't have medical, you know, services going on and where voltage meter don't even work. But be there, ask me how it's going, and we'll get it.
The phone lines are open.
The phone lines are open, but we're not taking any calls today. Me and Josue, we're fixing to get going. We've got a couple of Josh, I said it again. It's them tacos that we had last night. That's why I keep doing it. We got to stay away from that Mexican food. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Y'all are the greatest fans of the world. Thank you again for my #1 best-selling book. And without y'all, it wouldn't even be possible. Thank you.